telling that we are all corrupt and we are conniving with the DPWH. What? Are you being truthful with all your accusations against the institution and against all the congressmen when you deliver those statements after the contempt that was issued by all of us with Celis and Badoy? And a while ago, we were discussing about it. And we are very hurtful of what you have said in that video that we have seen. As much as we wanted to accept your apology, somehow behind our minds and our hearts, there is this something that lingers in all of us, that you are being apologetic in this committee, but somehow when you are outside of this committee, bad words are being thrown against all of us. So, Attorney Harry Roque, can you somehow tell us why it is so that if you are here, you are being so nice with us, but if you are outside, it's the other way around? Can we have some comment, Attorney Harry Roque? Please.
I would like to ask Attorney Roque, being a part of this Congress before, if he believes that this committee has all the power to contempt anybody else.
That is recognized, Your Honor.
If you recognize that, therefore, your public apology also include that you believe and realize that this committee has the right to order you in contempt.
That is recognized, Your Honor.
That's the only thing that I would like to say, Mr. Chair. That's the reason why I said let us hold this in abeyance, because I'm not objecting. I'm not objecting. I am just asking that we hold this in abeyance, all right? And that's the only reason why. I'm not objecting at all. If, for example, the two-thirds of this Quad Committee would cite him in contempt, Mr. Chair, I would not in any way object, but I have given my manifestation.
Thank you, Congressman Abante.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman ACOP.
I think the protocol is when there is a motion properly seconded, no objection, I think the chairman should rule. Now, if there is any objection, it will be subject to votation. So why don't we follow our rules?
Thank you for that reminder, Congressman ACOP. The reason why, when the motion was made by the movant, the chair immediately suspended the hearing so that we can confer among each other and see whether indeed a violation was committed before this committee, and that violation is a contemptible act before the members of the committee. We do respect the opinion of Congressman Paul Dasa in saying that it is the exact opposite because to most of the members of the committee, lying before this committee after you took an oath is a contemptible act in the committee. Therefore, following as well the arguments raised by other members, the motion that we will decide is a motion to cite Attorney Harry Roque in contempt, which comes with it the penalty of a detention in the detention facility of the House of Representatives. Now, since there is already a motion by Congressman Ron Salo, it is now the opinion of the chair, which I hope my co-chairs would likewise follow, to vote on the motion.
Mr. Chair, before we do the voting,
okay, Congressman Fernandez.
we recognize and appreciate Attorney Harry Roque's being apologetic. And as a matter of fact, Mr. Chairman, it took us so many hours or maybe minutes to discuss this motion that was moved by Congressman Salo. And we know for a fact that he is really so apologetic about to the issue that what had happened. But unfortunately, I still remember the last time that we have discussed the issue of the SMNI, Celis and Badoy was cited in contempt. And Attorney Harry Roque was so vocal about attacking our institution and every members of this House. And I wanted to ask Secretary Roque before we render our vote on this issue, because as an institution, Attorney Roque, you malign each and every member of this House by telling that we are all corrupt and we are conniving with the DPWH. And a while ago, we were discussing about it. And we are very hurtful of what you have said in that video that we have seen. As much as we wanted to accept your apology, somehow behind our minds and our hearts, there is this something that lingers in all of us, that you are being apologetic in this committee, but somehow when you are outside of this committee, bad words are being thrown against all of us. So, Attorney Harry Roque, can you somehow tell us why it is so that if you are here, you are being so nice with us, but if you are outside, it's the other way around? Can we have some comment, Attorney Harry Roque? Please.
Your Honor, aside from the fact that I respect the institution where I came from, there is also proper decorum. So I have always maintained that as a lawyer, I should be in top behavior while in Congress, and that is why there's a substantial difference when one is in the exercise of freedom of speech outside and when one is before an institution like Congress. No? Well, thank you very much for contemplating, Your Honors, whether or not this committee will cite me in contempt. I will, of course, accept it because I have no choice. But, Your Honor, I would like also to emphasize that the committee must abide with its own rules. No? And for now, I would like to make a query to the 4 committee secretaries of the Quad if we in fact have a quorum as we take this vote. Because I think as a person who may or may not be detained, I need to ensure at least that the rules are followed, that there be a 2/3 vote of the body, there being a quorum. And I do not know what quorum is involved, given that there is a Quad committee now, and which is actually a first as far as legislative history is concerned, no? That there are 4 committees. I'm just doing so, Your Honor, because I leave my faith to you, but that faith should, of course, be in conformity with the rules. But thank you very much, Your Honors.
Yeah,
Mr. Chair.
my question,
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Secretary, is that are you being truthful with all your accusations against the institution and against all the congressmen when you deliver those statements after the contempt that was issued by all of us with Celis and Badoy?
Your Honor, I still represent Celis and Badoy. And I raised legal grounds against the contempt. I said that there was no due process because in jurisprudence, there must be a show cause order before being cited in contempt. And I also said that the exercise of freedom of expression should not be deemed to be contemptible, especially under the facts of the Celis-Badoy case, because they were raising an issue of public interest. So I do not know what other matters the good chair is referring to, but I certainly know how the institution works. I respect the institution, but we all know that there are also abuses within the institution, no? Which should not in any way affect the integrity itself of the institution, but certain practices will have to be condemned if, in fact, one sees them happening.
Yeah, we understand you're kind of representing the SMNI, and we understand as well that of your freedom of expression. But of course, you have established also friends among the members of this house, and with that collective accusations against all of us, that really hurt a lot of members of this 19th Congress. And that's the reason maybe we have a long discussion about your predicament because of that friendship that you have established in this Congress. But of course, we have to follow our rules. As what you have said a while ago, that there are certain rules that we have to follow. Painful as it may be, but you have a lot of friends in here, but we have to do our job. We hope you will understand that, Secretary Roque.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I'm always guided by the fact that I'm probably one of the most heavily criticized personalities in this country. No? And I have to take this criticisms in stride because of the importance of freedom of expression. And I would hope that all public servants would take to heart the decision of this honorable court, of the honorable court, that public servants should not be onion-skinned. But in any case, as part of my rights as a person who may or may not be cited in contempt, may I know, Mr. Chairs, if we have a quorum at least to determine if I should be cited in contempt. And this is a first, because this is a first meeting involving 4 committees, so I do not know how the quorum will be determined. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Maybe, Mr. Chairman, after this, we will be establishing if we have a quorum or
That's correct.
none.
Mr. Chair.
But for the meantime, thank you, Mr. Attorney Harry Roque, for that reply. And
Mr.
I yield
Chair.
back to the chairman.
Mr.
Okay,
Chair, may I say something for a while before anything else?
Before I acknowledge Congressman Abante, let me just reply to the query of Attorney Harry Roque with respect to the quorum.
Mr. Chair, he has no right. He has no right whatsoever to speak of the quorum, Mr. Chair. What I'm saying is, his right is to appeal. He has no right whatsoever to ask for a quorum, Mr. Chair.
I absolutely agree with you, Congressman Abante, but in response to the query of Attorney Harry Roque, kung ano yung quorum sa Quadcom. Para lang malinaw, babasahin ko ang ground rules that we all approved and adopted during the organizational meeting of the Quadcom. Quorum, the presence of a quorum in each of the committees concerned is necessary to conduct meetings of the joint committee. 1/5 of all the members of the committees concerned shall constitute a quorum. In the event that a member in one of committee is also a member of another committee or committees, the attendance of such member shall be counted in each committee to determine the presence of the quorum. So that is the reply of the chair to the query of Attorney Harry Roque. Now, Congressman Abante, please continue.
Okay, Attorney Roque, I'd like to remind you that I was the one that moved to contempt Ms. Badoy, after which, as said by Congressman Fernandez, you have maligned this institution. Now, I still maintain my position to hold in abeyance these contempt charges against you. But I cannot do anything, Attorney Roque, if this whole body right now will cite you in contempt. That's the only thing that I'd like to say.